Awesome. Hi, guys. It is quiet-ish in my house. I live in Wisconsin, and so it's a central time zone here, 8 o'clock central. So if this is you as well, hopefully you are fed dinner at this point and settling in for the night. I am Kayla Troutman. For those of you that don't know me, I'm super pumped to be here tonight. I do want to apologize now. Oh, first off, Sarah, do you like my earrings? Look at how fun they are. Are they so fun? I thought that they would look good with the black. Um, I live in Wisconsin, but I'm dreaming of warm weather right now, and anything with cactuses would be really great. Because, really quick disclaimer, my family has had a bout of winter sickies go through our house. I'm just praying this is the last round. So if I sound a little nasally, if I have to pause and blow my nose, I apologize. Um, it's just what we have going on here. And I think that that's a part of getting to build a business from home is I haven't needed any sick days. But also with that being said, I you may have to pause this and just take a break. And that's part of being an entrepreneur is you can do that flexibility, right? So I'm going to give you a minute if you wanted to just remind your guests or remind someone to tune in and watch. And then we're going to jump in tonight. While we're waiting, if you're watching on the Zoom, if you would love to say hello, I'd love to just hear if you're a guest who invited you, or if you're an Epicure ambassador, maybe in like 30 seconds or less, what your favorite part of being an Epicure ambassador is, just for a minute or two while I get a drink, and then we'll dig into the slides. But anyone want to share who they are, maybe where you live? And then, like I said, if you're an Epicure ambassador, maybe 30 seconds of what you love about being an Epicure ambassador, and if you're a guest, on who invited you. Sarah, oh, can hear me, right? Because I made a comment about the earrings. Someone's saying, Sherry's saying she can't hear me. Sarah, could you problem solve with her in the chat?
Possibly. I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Great,
everyone. My name is Kelly. My phone is almost dead. I am almost home. I live in Midland, Ontario, so I'm going to hop onto my laptop when I get in the house, which is about 3 minutes from now. Sarah Aronzo is my beautiful friend, and Sarah Aronzo invited me to come hang out and discover more.
Yeah. I'm so glad you're here. Perfect. And yeah, you should be able to change devices, no problem, and hop in and out. That'll be great. Awesome. Anyone else want to share quick before we jump in? And you can type it in the chat too. So if you don't want to talk, you don't have to, but let us know who invited you. Otherwise, let me see. I'm just helping Sherry really. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Problem solve really quick because she can't hear. So others can hear okay. So assuming it's on your end in Zoom. Okay, let's see if that helps. Anyone else want to share really quick?
So I'll go since Kelly had just went. I love the money as a stay-at-home mom. This has been a blessing, a tremendous blessing. But this sisterhood and the connection and the community, you belong here. Like this, there is a place for everyone, especially in this organization, in this company as a whole. But this organization is phenomenal, and it is run by the best of the best, the best of the best. And I say that with tears in my eyes.
Aw, thanks, Sarah. Thanks, guys. Okay, well, if you're joining us now, if you're watching on Facebook, let me know who invited you. I am streaming to my main wall. And if you're watching on Zoom, you can type in the chat who invited you, tag your guests, and we're going to dig in. So I have a lot to talk about tonight, so let's go ahead and jump in. If those of you that I can see on your screen can tell me, can you see the slides right now, Sarah O? Janae? Okay, cool. Perfect. Let's talk Epicure. So I'm super excited, if you can't tell, to be presenting tonight. First off, it's not every month that we have such an incredible join discount or opportunity or special, if you will. But also, I'm just really fired up. March has felt like this amazing mixture of travel to conference. We went to Dallas, Texas this month, and we're part of Epicure's annual conference. So there's tons of momentum that comes out of that. But our organization and company has been building momentum since the fall. And I'm just so excited about the explosion that's happening right now. So I'm super pumped that you're here. So I want to take a second to say thank you for being curious about Epicure. If you don't know our company, we're 27 years old. What? Like, I bet for some of you, this is the first time you've ever heard our name, or maybe you're just starting to use the products. Maybe you're Canadian and you've been using them for a little while. We have a longer history on the Canadian side, 27 years. We are family owned and operated Still today, Sylvie Rochette, our founder, is in the blue there on the screen. And her daughter, Amelia, our fearless leader, is our CEO today, and somebody that I get to work with very closely weekly, if not almost daily sometimes, which is such an honor. We've been, again, in Canada for all of these years, and then we launched in the USA in the summer of 2019. So tell me in the chat, did you guys know that already? It's a fun fact because a lot of people don't know that it's only been about 5 years. We're coming up on our 5-year anniversary, and that's actually kind of going to segue us into how I got here. So this is a little bit about me and our team there. You can see my family. So really quick, I'm a mom to Macaulay, who's 8. And then I'm married to Nate. We've been married 15 years. We just celebrated our 15th wedding anniversary. And then our other babies have 4 legs and black and white spots, or black spots, white. And they are our Dalmatians, Todd and Tenley. And that's our family of 5, 3 humans and 2 fur babies. And I came into this company in July of 2019 when Epicure launched in the USA. So I feel really blessed to now have been a part of the company since the start of the USA expansion. But I want you to know that I have a little more experience than just that. My first direct sales experience, taking you back here with me a little bit, was in college. I sold home decor baskets, loved it. I remember having them all loaded up in the backseat of my tiny little college car. And those baskets helped me pay for my last semester of school, part of my wedding. Awesome story. And then I went on to get my big girl job and worked in corporate America for a few years with my bachelor's degree. And then I found my first food company. So I've actually been in the food industry now consecutively 10 years. The first 5.5 were with one company. They closed their doors in 2019. And that is when I heard of Epicure coming to the USA. So just so you know, as I talk tonight, I do have some experience and I do know a little bit about what I'm talking about. I'm very confident in our systems and our tools and our training. We're going to get there tonight. More than anything, though, if you look at these pictures, and this is just like the tiniest snapshot, direct sales, this industry has changed my life. The friendships, the fun, the community, the personal growth, the constant challenge as an entrepreneur. Also, it's strengthened my marriage. It's made me a better mom, a present mom. Macaulay actually is sick this week with me, and I've been able to take him to the doctor and be present and watch the Kraken movie, like the Teenage Kraken, 47 times. If you haven't seen it, it's a really cute kids movie, great music, but I've watched it enough to repeat all the lines at this point. I love that I get to do that. I joke about it, of course, hashtag mom life, but I can't think of a greater calling in this season than to be able to have a career for me and that provides my family a lot of financial means, but also to be able to be fully present for them. And I love that. So you're going to hear more about that as we go. Enough about me. I wanted you to hear a little at least. Let's dig into the history of Epicure, though, so you can really understand our company. This is just a snapshot of them. Founded in 1997. You actually, when you go to visit our home office in Victoria, you can actually still see the blue station wagon that our founder used to pack up our blends and take them to farmers markets, just like many of our ambassadors can choose to do today. Farmers markets or vendor events, things like that. Some of our ambassadors choose to build their business entirely online. Many do a hybrid model where you're doing some of each. We all kind of do this a little bit differently. But I think the things that unite us with this cool history is the fact that today, one of our top selling blends is still one of our original blends, our 3 onion dip mix, a replacement for Dean's French onion dip or Lipton onion soup mix. The fact that we're 100% gluten-free, we're 100% peanut-free. We're so relevant in today's world. We're a product that's needed. We're a consumable product. Our products do what we say they're going to do. There's no false advertising. There's no gimmicks. There's no major health claims here. It is literally a good for you food company where we promise to help you put dinner on the table in under 20 minutes, taking away the stress of what's for dinner at 4 o'clock and also providing you with healthy options to do so. I love that as our history, as our company's progressed, our history has continued to grow richly with the introduction of steamers, with the expansion of the USA. I was actually at that conference where everybody was waving the flags. That was in Las Vegas, and it was very exciting. We've opened up to Alaska and many more awesome things. I will be able to share these slides afterwards if you want to go back or ask your ambassador a little bit more. But I always love to share a tiny little snippet because something I'm really proud of is we're still debt-free 27 years later. We are going nowhere when so many other companies are closing their doors. And I'm not saying that in a way that's like, haha, look at them. My heart goes out to them. I hate that. I hate that for us, the people that lost a job in 2019 with me. although obviously it led to this incredible blessing of Epicure. But I know what that feels like. And I'm so thankful to work for a company that is financially sound, that thinks through decisions, that cares about the bottom line, but never jeopardizes the quality and what we offer our customers. And of course, the compensation and what we offer our ambassadors. And I think you're going to see that tonight as you watch. So, and feel free to list any questions you have in the chat. We'll look back through them. Or I'm going to have you guys unmute at the end. So just list them, get them ready and we'll talk about them. So good food real fast is what we do. We take our spice blends and our recipes and our time-saving cookware and we knock it out of the park. Again, we answer the what's for dinner question. We make mealtime really simple. And I don't know about you guys, but I have a picky eater in my house. And I'm so freaking thankful right now for the mac and cheese because he has to take some kind of food to keep this medicine down. And it's like very limited foods that he will eat right now, not feeling well. And so I'm just so thankful that we have options that like picky eaters love, picky husbands love. Maybe it's not picky kids in your house. Maybe it's a picky spouse. Also just things that fit, like maybe you're doing a Weight Watchers program or you're ketoing or you're whatever you're doing. I came into the industry 10 years ago following a very paleo lifestyle and doing CrossFit with my husband. It's actually a huge part of why I came. And we'll get into that in a second, but I want you to know these products fit any of those lifestyles. Again, this is our promise to you, and I'm not going to read all of this tonight. This is also in our catalog if you have a catalog from your ambassador. But what we're made out of is choosing the best ingredients and keeping that promise, gluten-free, nut-free, non-GMO, all of the things that we tell you. And then we never, ever use the ingredients listed on the never, ever list. Okay, so it's huge. High fructose corn syrup, preservatives, artificial dyes, colors, all of that. So you just can know what you're putting in your body and you don't have to read labels and you can just know. You can have a diagnosis like celiac and you can just feel really safe with our products, or you can have a peanut allergy in your home and just feel really good about our products, which I love. I like to show a couple little snapshots so that you can, if you're brand new to our products, you can get a feel. This was our winter lineup. Now some of these are going away, but our beef stroganoff, our chicken fried rice, our home style chicken stew, classics. So we do both meal solution packs like this, where they come in a set of 3 and they're really just as easy as those convenience foods at the grocery store. But again, all of the health benefits of not having high sodium, extra sugars, dyes, etc. And you can customize them. If your family doesn't like Greek yogurt or coconut milk and that's what it calls for, you sub it out and you use what you have. If you're making our home style chicken stew and you don't do carrots, you can do double the celery or extra chicken or extra potatoes. I love how we customize. We also do jars and blends, a lot of cookware, gadgets. It's so fun, but just wanted to give you a little snapshot here. Now, before I move into this next slide, I want to quick just kind of full circle. I told you guys I came into the business 10 years ago doing paleo. That was the lifestyle. So I don't know if anybody is willing to share in the chat, share on Facebook. Do you eat a certain way? Are you following a nutrition plan? Do you have health goals in 2024? I did back in 2014 when I joined my first company. And the biggest reason I was doing CrossFit was actually to save our marriage. Our marriage counselor and my pastor had recommended that my husband and I find something to do together. And we decided to join a CrossFit gym. And I'm still sometimes like, why did we decide that hobby? I'm not sure. But it ended up being awesome. It was something we did together. And we started following a no grains, no dairy, no sugar nutrition plan. And while we didn't stick with that forever, it was a good kickstart to our goals. These products can fit that. And not only that, I'm going to talk to you now about how to get paid sharing products that are meaningful and that you love. And what happened for me is back in 2014, when I joined for a discount to stick with my nutrition goals. And I ended up staying because the money I was making paid for the CrossFit, paid for the groceries, paid for the things, and it built from there. And so I think it's important to mention that because so often I skip in my story to, I've been here 10 years and look at what I've done. I built this lake house that I'm in and I bought myself those flowers yesterday. And I, the things that I could do now. And I want you to know when I joined, there was a time I had 17 cents in my checkbook, just like many people. There was a lot more month at the end of the month than there was money. And when I came into the business, it truly was, I think it was $49 to join then. It's $19 right now. So what do you have to lose, right? What do you spend $19 on? And it literally has changed my life in every way possible. What if that could be you? So one thing I want you to know is this is your business, your way. And that's something I've been embodying and talking about for 10 years. You can do in-person events and classes like I love to do, virtual events, fundraising, collect reorders. We social sell. We have an Epic box program that gives us residual income every month and so many more ways. Get paid to share products you love. is the motto. And I do want to point out these wonderful women on the screen with me. That is me in the middle there. And of course, Mary Pargett to one side and Rachel Crofts. They are our upper director team in the Troutman org, my organization. They help me fearlessly put together things like this presentation, talk through all kinds of big decisions, and help me lead fearlessly from the front. And we want to invite you to consider coming in and joining that upper leadership team. We're looking for more amazing top earners, especially in the United States, but in Canada as well. And yeah, I'm just excited to get this conversation going for you guys. So one of the things we can promise, both, whichever country you're in, we have proven startup systems with special perks for you when you're new, but we have systems. The Troutman organization has things that we know work and we share them. And on top of that, we have amazing ambassadors in our community right here on this screen. There's faces smiling back at you. That's our team. And in Dallas this month that have created freezer meal workshops. So if your passion is meal prep, you can help others meal prep and make income doing so. And we have all of those tools created for you. Maybe your passion is teaching kids classes, kids, kids in the kitchen, kitchen safety, easy snacks, easy recipes where kids can help. Maybe you want to do a teenager class where teenagers can use our steamers to cook, especially with summer coming and parents working during the day. There's so many cool things. Our team has it created. And if we don't, we'll find it for you. But one thing I want you to know is when you join our community, you're joining a killer group of ambassadors that I am so proud of. And you can earn up to 33% on what you sell. All you do is come in and start following our simple system, and it's there for you. And then your leader is also going to link arms with you and help you along the way. I want to talk about our new ambassador rewards program just for a second, because I think it is outstanding, extremely competitive on the market, and I'm super proud of it. And I won't go into all the details tonight because there's so much to it. When you join, you have over 90 days, depending what day you join, over 90 days to earn perks for selling, for sharing our incredible Epicure opportunity and our business opportunity with others, and then also for rank advancing right from the start. And a lot of people rank advance in their first 30, 60, 90 days. Tonight, I want to take a second and ask you guys a question. So if you'd participate with me in the chat, if you're watching on Facebook, tell me, what would you do with an extra $1,000? I've been thinking a lot about this because, like I said, it's easy for me to come on here, a 10-year veteran in the industry. I've made, great money. I've built this business. I'm so proud, by the way, and I work this every day because I freaking love it. But sometimes it's easy for me to be like, come on, guys, let's go. Let's do this or let's do that. And you might be thinking, can I do that? Like, is that possible for me? Do people come in and make $1,000 in 30 days? They really do. So I want you to think for a second, what would you do with $1,000? For us right now, I know exactly what I do with it. And when you know that, it's easier for you to listen as I go through this example because you know what you'd put it towards. When you come into Epicure, we start you out by helping you collect your first orders. In your first couple of days is our goal, and help you create some kind of startup plan, kickoff plan, launch plan, whatever you want to call it. I love startup. It feels fun. I think it's really fun to have a startup business without having to manufacture the products, pack them, ship them, carry inventory, do all the licensing, all of that. You just get the fun part of showing up on social, having fun, taking products to work and sampling them, whatever your access to people is. But our goal is to help you sell your first 250 and earn your Epicure apron. It's kind of like a badge of honor. You'll love it when you get it. It protects your clothes as well. When you drop an entire bowl of enchilada sauce last week down my entire clothes as I was doing a demo, that really actually happened to me. And I wish I would have had my apron on. And by the way, we all laughed and my customers laughed and it was good. But that does happen, people. So the apron is great and really handy. But we help you sell your first 250, and then we help you get to at least 1,000 in sales in that first month. And that's going to earn you about $250, either country, USA or Canada. Then we're going to help you share Epicure with 3 people in your network that could also use an opportunity like this. That could use a girl tribe, could use a community of people like-minded that could use extra income, that want the discount on the products, that could see themselves trying something like this. And when you do that, we're going to give you $150 in bonuses right off the bat. And as you're starting to share and as they're starting to share and get excited, you're going to earn about $600 in rank advance and bonuses as well. And that's actually just the start. There's other perks, there's other swag, there's other things your leader's going to send you. And so this is an easy roadmap for you that we have laid out in our team. So think about that again. What would you do with $1,000? Because I know we can help you achieve that if you're excited. If you just love the products, honestly. Cooking and sharing and getting excited, talking to people. Our CEO came to Green Bay, Wisconsin in the fall. And one of the things she said has stuck with me. She said, she who meets the most people wins. And it's really just one of those things when your heart's on service, there's no reason to be nervous. But she who talks to the most people, presents these products, shares, asks people, have you ever heard of Epicure? Is the one who obviously reaches success because our products are really, again, relevant, consumable, needed. So this is the start of the roadmap. I wanna, my husband just came out really quick and I have to just paint a picture for you all as you're listening. My two Dalmatians are sitting together on the couch, snuggled, like touching, and Nate just sang the song to best friends that anyone ever had, or whatever that song is, because they are the best buddies, but they have their eyes just plastered on me right now to make sure, because I'm in the kitchen, that I don't go for any food. Anybody else have a dog in their house that's an extreme beggar? That would be my dog. So, all right, let's keep going here. I want to promise you something else really cool when you join our team, and that is that you're going to get free mentorship from leaders and top people in the industry all the time. We're constantly sharing, and I just have 3 beautiful women on the screen that I want to share their stories really quick. So I've got Lindsay Bruins up here. She's one of my newer ambassadors that joined me last summer, and she came in just for the products. Truly, she'd been a customer and a host of mine many times. How many of you does that resonate with? Are you buying from Sarah? Are you buying from Danae? Are you using the products already? Are you hosting parties? She came in and that's really what she thought she would do. And then she realized, oh my goodness, I can build a second income that every month we can put away for a bigger home. She has 4 little boys, you guys. Her husband's a farmer and she works full time and she finds the time to build this as a business. Now, it's not maybe going to look like my day with one kiddo who's at school all day. And, I'm home. This is my full-time job, but she doesn't compare. And something I want to make sure you know when you leave this webinar tonight, that each person's individual story is what makes this so cool. It's what makes being an entrepreneur so powerful. We share ideas, but Danae's journey isn't going to look like Lindsay's, and Lindsay's isn't going to look anything like Mary's, who I share next. We're all individuals, and that's what's really cool about jumping into Epicure is we have a way for you to make this work for you. And when I say work for you, work around your life, work around your faith, the things that matter, your trips, your travel. And so Lindsay's just one great example of somebody starting off really strong. She's about to promote to leader. We're so excited for her in our Epicure community. We love having her here. And it's just really cool to see somebody working full-time with 4 little kids and still having an amazing, successful business like this. Then we have Mary. This is an encore career for her. Totally different season of life. You see all those little babies in her photo? Those are her grandkids who she loves. And the little blonde there that's in the arms of the other gal, so it'd be furthest to the left in the photo, she is Matilda. And Mary calls her My Tilda because every week she gets to stop what she's doing, take her to kinder music, be present when her daughter needs her, when her son needs her, when they need help, when they need grandma. She gets to have them for dinners and be totally present. But cooler than anything, Mary gets to do a business that she loves in this season of life with the utmost flexibility, where she's going on another free trip in May on a cruise with Ken, thanks to Epicure. She also bought a Honda Pilot in the last couple of years, and Mary uses her, we have a car bonus or lifestyle bonus I'm going to talk about tonight, and she uses that for her vehicle every month. What's super cool about Epicure is you're not forced to buy a car, a certain brand. How many of you have seen certain Cadillacs out on the road or different vehicles, Jeeps? We're not required to do that. We're asked to do that. We actually get a lifestyle bonus that can be used on a vehicle of your choice, or it can be put away for college, travel. You can spend it on whatever you want every month. So I love sharing that I use mine on my fully loaded Tahoe. I love my Tahoe. It's one of my favorite vehicles I've ever driven. You might not be a car person at all, and you might say, I'm putting it away for my kids' college, or I'm divvying this out for retirement, or I'm investing it. That's what's really cool about our lifestyle bonus that we get every month. So Mary's a great example of that. And then we have Sam, one of my longest standing leaders with me. She's been with me almost my entire 10-year career, I think 8.5 of those years. And I remember when I met Sam, she was a new stay-at-home mom. Her job was burning her out, and it was hard for her to find time to spend with her kids. So she decided to come home and be home with her kids. But how many of you can relate to this? When you first make that decision, although you know it's the right job for you, there's no money coming in anymore, right? It's very different, and it's still a full-time job being home with your littles. And I remember Sam saying, if I could just earn a trip, oh my goodness, John and I would be ecstatic. But honestly, I just want to go get a coffee and not feel bad. I just want to sign my kids up for the music class in town, or take them to the park, or go get them a toy at Target and not feel that guilt. Now, Sam's built this to be much more than that. They live in their dream home and they travel and they do a lot with this business, but it starts somewhere. And I think, you might hear Mary's story and think, gosh, a car, like I can't even envision like paying my cell phone bill right now, nonetheless buying a car. But each of these women are just an example of what could be possible. And you get to write your story. So picture yourself in one of their photos, and what would your story say if you could write it? That's the power in this opportunity, is that you get to write it. What's really cool about our income model is that you decide how much you want to earn. So just to give you a really quick example, I know you guys can read, so I won't read every single word on the slide, but if you want some extra spending money, you book a monthly cooking event. Maybe you have it at your house, you invite your girlfriends over, you theme it each month, you collect orders. It's going to pay for a date night for you and your spouse, or a spa day with friends, or a special occasion. A part-time opportunity, a great example of this. Sarah McClenathan came into my life years ago, was a customer, a host, and then her sister was getting married, and she had reached out to me and said, I'm thinking about joining you for some part-time money. I need to pay for my bridesmaid's dress and the bridal shower and the hotel for the weekend and kenneling the dog. How many of you can relate to weekends like that just totally throw your budget out of whack? So she booked a few events. Her friends started loving it. She started collecting reorders, and she was able to, of course, pay for that weekend and many, many more things, a motorcycle and some really cool things over the last 8 years as well. A lot of people come in for a season or a reason or a specific goal, like a Disney cruise. You know how much that costs, and maybe you don't have the funds for that right now, or maybe you want to retire early. Maybe you'd like to go back to college. I had a teammate a few years ago join me. She had about 8,000 or 10,000 left in school costs as she was finishing her degree. She came in, she worked this while finishing her degree and paid for that schooling as she did it. And you can do this again. You can see the hours here. We're not asking you to work a full work week. We're not asking you to even work half of what a normal work week is. And what's cool is you can do this from your phone or computer when it's good for you. Of course, you can build a full-time income doing this as well. I am not the only example of that. We have many really big income earners in our team, but I am one where I can just share my personal experience. Some weeks I work about 5 hours a week, and some weeks I work many more because I'm building something that's really substantial for my family, but it's always around my time, my schedule. Sometimes it's in Mexico, sometimes it's on a cruise, sometimes it's right here in my kitchen, and every once in a while it's actually at my desk where I say I'm going to work all the time, but I love that we're flexible. We can go wherever. Okay, now this is my favorite slide of the month. What's the investment? $19.95. So I want you to picture yourself in that circle. What do you have to lose? When we get off of here tonight, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. I think this opportunity this month has been such a win because it's given so many people the chance to be able to afford to take a risk on themselves or take a leap of faith and give it a shot. And I want to encourage you to do the same. What's really cool when you come in, Epicure is going to give you a chance to buy a welcome bundle if you'd like. You can do the Be Well bundle, the Essentials bundle, the Connoisseur bundle, or all of them. They're 30% off. You get to count them as your sales when you start. And these are really great for anyone that's brand new to Epicure. Maybe you were invited by someone tonight and you really don't have a lot of products. When you register for your $19 all access pass, you can go ahead and decide if you want one of these then, or you can reach out to your ambassador, talk to her a little bit. You have 30 days to decide. I love them because they count for sales right away and they ship really quickly, giving you product in your home ASAP to cook with. Of course, I think the Connoisseur is the best value, mostly because right off the bat, it gives you the sheet pan and liner, a steamer, and all the best products to be able to sample. But whichever of these you choose, amazing. And if you're like, Kayla, I'm coming in, I've got a ton of Epicure, awesome. Then you can totally skip them if you don't need them. The other cool thing right now that's special, I don't have a slide for this, is that if you join us right now, like tonight, you could actually buy the new products a week early. Our new season doesn't launch for 1 week, and you're able as an ambassador to go in and buy them early. So a super big perk of joining our team right now is you could actually get the new products and you'll get new catalogs as part of your $19 join. So you'd be like set up for the new season before the products actually come out. So that would be another cool option as well. And you can ask your leader or the person that invited you for more details, or reach out to me one-on-one if you need some help walking through that. I want to give you just a couple of choices really quick so you can see how this works, because I know it's easy for you to get excited and see these stories tonight and start to envision your life. And then you go, wait a second, I tried something years ago, or I used to do this and it didn't work for me. In Epicure, we have so many ways we work our business, and it does work. I'm living proof of this, and so are many of the ambassadors on the call tonight. We can take orders online. We can do our business in person. We do hybrid. There's so many ways. Now, first off, Epicure gives us our website. It is filled with meal plans, grocery lists. All of our products are loaded. When something goes out of stock, it goes off of there. You don't have to carry inventory. You don't have to keep track of things. It's amazing. And we do not pay for credit card processing. So everybody can pay right through the site if you want. Epicure ships it direct. It's a beautiful thing. When you come into Epicure, you're going to focus on your personal goals. Well, sometimes as women, we can be a little bit, maybe it's called like looking in the other lane, looking around us, a little comparison. Sometimes can be the thief of joy. I want to encourage you to focus on your goals, and that's what we're going to create your plan to. I'm going to say to you, Sarah, what do you really want out of this? You're saying the discount, and that's beautiful, but I don't believe you would have sat through a 1-hour webinar tonight if it was just the discount. Like, tell me what you really want. And then we're going to create a plan that matches that. We have email tools. All of our graphics are made for us. Customer follow-up ready to use. We use a 222 system in our team. We also have a lot of people using tools like the Boards app. So we have templates for you if you want to do that, and Project Broadcast. So lots of really cool technology if you want to, or you can be like a dinosaur like me and use a paper planner and a pen and highlighters, and I'm darn proud of it. So wherever that finds you in the realm of organizing and how you want to run your business, there's a place for you here. And then lastly, I've said it 16 times, but let's say it one more. This business is completely flexible. Now, I do want to say it's not optional. If you want to make money, here's my income disclaimer. Since I'm putting this out on social media, I would not make the income that I make by not working. Just like I wouldn't if I kept going into my corporate job and staying in the car and never getting out of the car, eventually they would fire me. Whether I was the manager or whether I was the entry-level employee, the same is here. You have to trust the process. You have to dig into the training a little bit. But as long as you show up and you use the products and you follow the system, it is going to be flexible and it is going to work. And I love that about our model. Getting paid to do what you love looks like leading cooking classes, online reorders like we talked about, and personal e-commerce website orders. We get paid weekly. I don't think we mentioned that yet in this webinar. It's a huge deal. One of my new ambassadors got a paycheck today and she texted me. It's my favorite text. She's like, I got a paycheck today from Epicure. I was like, yeah, that's from the orders that you put in the back office. She's like, no way. And I was so excited because sometimes, again, you forget how many of you have been here a while. You just expect the Friday paydays. She was so jazzed. We get to leverage cross-border sponsoring and sales, meaning we have a global organization in both countries and both countries are thriving. We have samples made by the company that we're able to share and use. I love our teas for that reason in the summer because they're so affordable to be able to get a box of teas, hand them out to people, give a recipe with them. We have a company-funded host program and a company-funded fundraiser program. Direct shipping, like I said, no inventory unless you want to carry inventory to markets and things, and the credit card processing is done for you. Now, before we wrap up tonight, I want to ask you, which of these resonates the most with you? Okay, are you ready? Which statement resonates the most? I want to be healthier by cooking easier meals and fueling my lifestyle by inspiring others to do the same. 10 years ago, one was 100% what I came here for. This would be somebody who wants to use their access pass here at Epicure, the $19 access, to fill their pantry with all Epicure, replace their cookware with all things Epicure, share with family and friends, and inspire others to take, control of their health, control of feeling their best, just feeling confident in their own skin. Epicure is for everybody is our theme this year, and that would really embody this. So let me know if you're number one, okay? Number two, I want to build a business my way. I would love to be in control of what I earn and easily share my website for others to shop and share. Income. I think it goes without saying. Number two is why I stay here now. I love the products and I love the health and wellness side, but I'm here for the money now, like Sarah had introduced herself, because this is a job to me, the best job on the planet, but the money is real. So let me know if two resonates with you. Three, I would love to make new friends and connect with a community that has a variety of interests to share. Whether it be about meal plans and recipes, cooking classes, or building a better business, I think the network would be great for me. And I want to add one more statement, and that is, or bettering ourselves. As a group of women, collectively, we're sharing devotionals and books we're reading, and we're laughing together. And I find that the community is such a welcomed distraction when life is hard in other areas. And I think we all go through seasons, right? But also a community that uplifts you and challenges you to push yourself. So let me know if number three is you, friendships and fun. Oh, did I mention we travel a lot? We all get the matching shirts and do all the fun things and make the reels and the TikToks. You really want to be a part of our community. It's real fun. Okay. Flexibility, number four. I want to earn extra income that's completely flexible around my schedule and my family's needs. I would like to be my own boss and decide how I work, when I work, and who I work with, versus when I think of typical extra income, retail, going in at a set time, working at a convenience store, doing Uber Eats or Instacart. That's on someone else's schedule still, someone else's time. And this statement is saying you'd like to take ownership of that and earn extra money, but on your timeline. So let me know if number 4 resonates the most in the chat or on the Facebook Live. Lastly, recognition and advancement. I'm all about the bonuses. I would love a business that celebrates accomplishments, earns incentives, trips, awards, and bonuses that can help my family. And there is nothing more fun than watching your entire team walk the stage at conferences. So if that is you, our team is taking we want to be in every single spot next year, all the tops is one of our team's goals of just, I love, there was a table, one of our organizations, Mary Pargett was the woman that I shared earlier tonight. Her whole table, just all of the team had all of their awards out on the table, and it was like a clean sweep. Everybody had gotten awards on stage. And it was such a neat thing to see from one simple yes that I said 10 years ago, what that can spawn into. And that can be your story, again, not mine. So I want to know which one of these resonates the most with you, but know that when you say yes to Epicure, you get all of them if you want. And that's one of my favorite parts. This is just a little bit of my life again. I want you to wipe my family off of there. We love to travel and enjoy our lake house. Actually, that's some of my leaders at my lake house last summer. Aren't they so cute around the fire? But I want you to take my pictures out of here for a second in your mind, and I want you to insert yours. Where do you want to travel to? What do you want to build? Do you want to buy your first house? Do you want to move back closer to family and maybe the moving costs are holding you back? Do you want to eat better as a family? Do you want to cook more? Stay out of the drive-through? Do you want to earn awards, achievements, walk the stage, learn a TikTok dance for the first time, be brave enough to go Facebook Live? What would you do if you were living your life by design? Because that is what I'm going to encourage you to do now. I'm going to encourage you to become a good food ambassador, where we inspire others to eat better and live healthier. It's been 10 years of me doing events like this. And I honestly have been saying over the last couple of months, I don't think I've had this much fun and had my heart in the game this much for a couple years now. I feel like there's just such a cool momentum building, such a cool vibe right now in our team. And I don't want you to miss it. I want you to come in and embrace and promote the latest food trends, be a part of all this momentum, find customers everywhere, because everybody eats and everybody wants to do better for themselves in 2024. More in 2024, right? You've probably heard that. This could be your option for that. Just so you know what you're going to do when you get off of here or what the suggested plan would be, I love to give a call to action. You're going to enroll as an ambassador. Hashtag best decision ever. And we want to see it all over social. I want to know. I can't wait to see you welcomed into our team page. We're going to start your onboarding with a welcome to our team. You'll connect with your leader. You'll decide how you want to work your business. And of course, if you just buy a welcome bundle, you'll decide if you want one and get that ordered so that it's on its way. We'll get you plugged into our new ambassador training. You'll meet top leaders in doing that. You'll get to work with myself and your leader. You'll get to see the tips and training to launch your business. We'll get you kicked off or started. And then, of course, we'll keep bringing up those new ambassador rewards because there's so much to that program. We don't want you to miss out. And I don't want to overwhelm you by just going over all the details, but you'll keep seeing extra bonuses getting added to your paycheck. You'll see those Friday paydays rolling in, and you'll start to see some swag and some cool perks as well. If you're in the USA, I want to encourage you to ask your leader about our next wave expansion plan. We have an extra gift for you if you're joining in the USA as well. So make sure to ask your leader or the person that invited you to this tonight, okay? This is your opportunity. Why not jump in and give it a try this spring season? I always say to people, what do you have to lose? Especially right now for $19. So I'm gonna take the slides down. Any questions or thoughts? I'm gonna just quick view the chat. I wasn't watching the chat while I was talking because I get really distracted. If you know me, squirrels live in my brain sometimes. I love it. Kelly was answering the questions as far as priorities and which of those resonate the most. I love it. Melissa was saying all of them. Stephanie said, I love that I could travel these last 2 weeks to support extended family and not have to take PTO, and she could still stop in a coffee shop. So go ahead, Kelly. Do you want to unmute and ask a question? I would love that. I think your hand is up.
Your hand is up. Hey, thank you. All right. Let me take my hand down because that's always annoying. Okay. My question is, because you're open in 2 countries, is there, are there any fees for 2 separate websites? Are the websites integrated? Like, how does that work?
Great question. Your website is one. And what'll change is if you have a customer shopping in the other country, there's an ending code. For USA, it's EN. It's USEN, I think. Sarah, what's yours? Sarah probably knows because she does both countries more than I do.
So the link is always the same, Kel. And in the top right, there's going to be 2 options, US English and Can English. So it's just up to, actually someone messaged me the other day and they're like, hey, they're like, I'm looking for the US link. I'm like, oh, go to the top right. And I just screenshot it and I said, just pull the drag down and it's US English or can for Canada English. So they just choose which country they're in. I think ours would automatically be on Canadian because we're Canadian. But when you send that to someone in the US, all they have to do, it's so easy. It's on the top right. They just pull it down and click US.
Or you
All
can send it, you could, like, if you're going to work, Kelly, with someone in the US right away, you can add the ending code as well on your URL. I just can't think of exactly what it is, but the answer to your question was, do I have to pay for 2 websites or is it complicated? No, it's easy. That's the answer. And then that was just a little bit of how. And then same thing when you're sponsoring, they can click the join button. They just have to make sure they're on the right link because obviously it asks for like state or province. Like there's some different things, right? But otherwise it's really seamless. Pretty much.
It's totally integrated then.
It is. Yep.
But
And for
in
example,
Canada,
I'm sorry, say it again.
yeah, no, so in Canada, you are paid in Canadian funds.
Yeah.
In US, you're paid in US funds if you're a US citizen.
Yep. And we don't work on dollar for that reason. We work on QV, qualifying volume. So
Right.
other than new ambassador rewards, which right now tracks, you'll do dollars in Canada, my USA ambassador would do dollars. Other than that program, everything is in QV as far as qualifying for it. And then we're paid separately. So when you see a lifestyle bonus of $375 for a senior director, yours would be closer to 500 in Canada, just because of the difference.
Got it. Okay. And is there a fee for the website back office?
Great question. So right now, when you pay the $19, everything's included. Now we are moving away. Typically what it's been in the past, you guys, is annually we pay like an insurance and renewal fee. And what we're going to do is, and it's a chunk of money. It's like $29, I think, or $39. What we're going to be doing now is going away to a small monthly fee, but it's less than a cup of coffee. And you can reduce that any month you're qualified as what our qualified is as an ambassador in our company is 250 QV. It's going to be like $2 or $3 in essence for you. As long as you're qualifying your business. And that is instead of paying it in one lump sum in a given month on your anniversary month. So for example, Kelly, in the past, it was you joined in March. Next year's March, you would have owed like a rejoin fee. And that was like a renewal fee. We're going away from that and instead just having it be a small fee each month, just making it more feasible for people financially.
And that covers website and back office.
And
like that.
credit card processing and an insurance that a lot of companies probably don't have to have, but we do. I'm glad you asked that. Let me cover that quick. So if somebody gets burned with our steamer and tries to come after you with that, there's a coverage you have, which is wonderful, that would protect you as far as you being an independent ambassador and you shared a product, of course, but it's not your fault that they pulled that steamer out and got a steamer burn and stuff. So that is why there's always been like that annual renewal insurance fee, but it is all encompassing. Yes, there's no other fee. There's no extra insurance. There's no extra credit card processing. There's no extra website fee. It would just be that. So right now when you come in, there's nothing, but I want to be upfront and honest so that if it kicks in the next few months, you're not like Kayla said, because we're not exactly sure what that'll look like, but I know we're integrating into that this year and away from the bigger annual fee. Yeah. And it wasn't big, but it was enough that, that's hard after coming out of the holidays. If your fee was due in January to have a $29 or $39 charge on your account. So we're just going to go to that small dollar amount. Also very motivating for our ambassadors to qualify each month because then it's like so minimal, you won't even notice it. Someone asked the other day, like, will it be less than $11 full price? And Amelia was like, oh gosh, you guys, we're talking like a cup of coffee, like $5 or $6. So nothing major, just to do it a little bit different and try it.
Thank you.
Yeah. What else? What other questions? Oh, thanks. Danae put the links in the Zoom chat if you want to see them, how that looks. So it's like your link.epicure and then there's like a specific link you can link or you can change the flags like Sarah was saying. Did anyone else have I'm going to just look up quick. Oh, I didn't even realize Lindsay was on. This is funny because Lindsay had told her own story. Thanks, Lindsay. Yes, they're saving to build their dream home, which I love. And building right now is crazy. So it's amazing to have an extra income. Okay, anything else that I can answer, you guys? Or any Epicure ambassador? Did I miss anything? I feel like I covered it all and I kept it under an hour. This is great. I did great. I think I got a little longer on Saturday, so I'm really proud of myself. If there's anything stopping you, I just want to encourage you to go back to the person that invited you and ask those questions. You can ask them for a copy of this if you'd like as a replay. And I just want you to know we're the real deal. There's no gimmicks. There's no hidden fees or costs. I mean, you heard me disclose. I'm not exactly sure what'll happen this year, but I do know some things are coming. All exciting, all moving us in the right direction to keep us on trend and on point with what our competition is doing in 2024. I also know there's some great products coming next week. You're going to want to get in now before the new products launch. I know there's some exciting incentives and perks of being an ambassador also coming April 1. So all ambassadors, watch for that. We got news of that this week as globals and upper directors and leaders, which is always so fun. And then also one more little thing, we just started our next incentive trip. So if you are someone that likes to travel and you are someone that would like to come to our annual conference anyway, our next incentive trip is called Wild Ambition. And you can earn a seat, flight credit, meals, tours, all of it at next year's annual conference in Victoria, where our corporate headquarters is located. So you would come in for conference a few days early. You can earn it trip for 1 or trip for 2. And I really love that they're giving us a chance to earn our conference paid for this year. Currently, right now, we're getting ready to take a cruise that many of us earned for free. I think there was 22 or 23 of us achievers in our org. But then this next one you can earn now is actually for conference. So if travel it would be a burden, but you'd love to come and grow and go to all the personal development things you can, I love it. This incentive just launched. And new ambassadors have the easiest time, I always say, earning a trip. Ask any of our newbies from last year, and they're going to tell you soar when you're new because you're just getting so many points on all the things. So I just really want to encourage you, if that's something that motivates you, to also ask the person that invited you, or you can reach out to me and I'll send you the details on that. So thank you guys so much for spending time with me tonight. You're not going to believe this, but I actually have one more thing tonight yet. So this worked out perfectly. This kept me awake and ready. I have a Pacific time zone launch tonight. Being here in Central means it's a little bit later, but I'm excited. And I was like, I'm really glad I have that app event tonight to keep me awake and talked and just kind of jazzed and stuff. So good, Kelly. I'm glad this was so helpful. Thanks for being on. Thanks to all of our guests for being on. I see a bunch of you that I don't personally know. So I'm glad that you're on here tuning in. Everybody have a great night. Happy Easter. Have an amazing weekend. Stay healthy. Goodness, stay healthy. And use lots of hand sanitizer. I'm just kidding. That's not my real tip. And get signed up for Epicure is the last thing I'm going to give you. Thanks everybody for being on. Thanks everybody for your help too. Leaders. Thanks Sarah and team. See you guys soon.